And at that same time, they've increased their chances for passing.
Oh, that's so good. What are the minimum standards to pass the test?
Okay, the GED test is actually, some people don't realize this, is actually 5 tests. There's a science test, a social studies test, a reading test, a math test, and a writing test.
Right.
And each of those tests, the highest possible score is 800 on each of those tests.
800.
So we require, Kentucky requires that you have at least a 410 on each of those tests. So if you get below a 410, you're not getting a GED on any of the tests.
Okay.
You also have to have a 450 average, which means if you scrape by with a 410 in one area, you better have a 490 or higher somewhere else.
Right.
So, because the total points required are 2,250, and those are the minimum requirements. And Kentucky wants to make sure that you have a pretty good shot of passing the test, so you have to pass a practice test before you're eligible to take the real deal.
Right.
Because people call me all the time, well, I know I can pass it, I just want to sign up for the test. Well, you can't. And that's not us trying to put up a roadblock for you. Kentucky Adult Education, in its wisdom, about 30 years ago, I believe, you did not have to take a practice test.
Yeah.
You could just walk in and take your chances. Their failure rate was extremely high.
Yeah.
And once they put the practice test restriction in place, their passing rate has climbed.
Oh, that is so good. You know, there might be a lot of people watching this right now who would like to contact you. How can they do that?
They can call us at 606-878-9134 in London.
Okay.
And our number in Corbin is 606-528-0379.
What is your hours of operation?
In London, we're open from 8 in the morning till 8:30 at night, Monday through Thursday. And in Corbin, we're open from 8 in the morning till 7:30 at night, Monday through Thursday.
Well, that's very good because, you know, there might be some students that's already working.
Yes.
And come after work.
And that's why we have the evening hours. And for people that really have a tough time committing to a class schedule, we do have some online products that you can use once you've taken our assessments, and there's no charge to use those. Although I will caution, the fastest way to get it is to make that commitment and come in and work with the instructors.
Right.
But we have to have options for people that can't do that. People who work construction out of town,
right,
have some situations like that. We've got to have that flexibility for them.
So this is really hands-on. Like
yes.
If I was sitting in the classroom and having some trouble with the math, the algebra, or whatever, you come over there and help me.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So you're not just on your own. You got teachers here and people that are willing to help you and encourage you. See, this is a great community service, and people need to take advantage of this.
It is, and it's rewarding for us as well, the instructors that are in it. We're all in it because we love seeing the change that overcomes in people.
Right.
That when they experience that success, I mean, that's very meaningful for those individuals, and that's what keeps us in the game.
Right. See, it's boosting people's self-confidence, their boldness, their ability. It's just really helping people to become leaders, to become better people. You know, education is the key. It
is. And another thing that might encourage some people out there who are thinking about it, if you graduate from high school or get your GED, you've already increased your children's chances of doing the same thing.
Right, right.
Statistics have proven that all other factors being equal, the difference between graduating from high school and not graduating from, or what did your parents do?
Now, what happens, like, I'll give you for instance, like if a student went all the way through 12th grade but never stuck in to get their diploma, what happens there?
Well, if they've got the skills, if they've retained their skills, if they still know their math, still know their reading, we'll make that assessment. We'll find that they're ready to take the test. We'll send them to take their GED, and they'll have their diploma in hand. Very good. And you know, another thing, the high school diploma and the GED, they're honored side by side. Yes, they are. As a matter of fact, the GED, the way they determine the passing rate for the GED, like that 410 score that I talked about, yeah, they test high school seniors all over the country. And the cutoff is where if 1/3 of where 40% of the seniors can pass the GED. That's where they draw the line. So theoretically, there's a lot of high school graduates out there that couldn't pass the GED.
Oh, this is so good. These services are really reaching out to people to be all you can be. You know, a lot of people have settled for, you know, being a dropout of school and thinking, I can't do any better. This job I'm working, I can't have any better. But you can. You can if you're willing to seek it and go after it.
Yeah, we're there to help you, and we're there, you know, that we're there 4 days a week. We have extended days because we know that being there late in the evening is really important for our working people. We've got the online products and booklets and things we can give you if you want to do homework and bring it back,
Right.
so that you can stay engaged even if you have a difficult schedule.
And how many times have you heard this while you was in there? I just can't get this. I'll never be able to get this.
Oh, we hear that a lot too, and when you see that light bulb click on, that's a great moment. And people, you know, there's somebody every day that has that discovery of excitement that I can do this.
Right, and you're willing to take the time to go step by step